Check out New Austin and West Elizabeth. If you beat the game, you know these two states are the places you want to be at. Big Valley, Great Plains, Tumbleweed, the Twin Rocks. If you want to go to San Luis River and get your fishing on, go ahead and do that. And after you finish, go ahead and reel that dinner in
and chow down.
And don't worry, you have a nice view. Across the street is Mexico. They actually have a couple of glitches to where you can actually touch foot over there. The glitch I tried was real fucking weird, but once I made it to the other side, it was worth it. But even though I'm saying all these nice things about these two states, they do got some fucked up locations like Armadillo. I don't know what caused this havoc, but some disease rolled through that town and got rid of just about everybody. Armadillo is
dead at this point.
And if you do see a person, they going straight pandemonium.
You like making fun of the afflicted, do you? Oh, goodness. Saints above.
Okay, that's just John Marston causing hell. And then you have tall trees. This is the only thing I'm gonna say about tall trees. If you have a friend, yes, that type of friend that just moved into town and they just come out of nowhere, start talking to you and talking about the past and talking about how you doing now and stuff. You know that normal talk when you haven't seen that person in 5+ years. So you do a little catching up for about 15 minutes. And at this point in the conversation, you're getting real tired and you already know y'all ain't really never been friends like that. The only reason why they in your face because you're the only one they know. So don't get bent out of shape for them wasting your time. Just mention something called tall trees and tell them that they should visit. Do I need to say anything else? But for the most part, these two states are legit. And I wish these two states was more involved with the story. And as you know, if you play through the whole story, you know that ain't the case. Well, unless you play the prologue, but the prologue is boring. I know John Marston is trying to erase his past life, but getting groceries and ranching didn't do it. Trying to hide his name. Now his name is Jim Milton. You now milking cows, cleaning up shit. I understand it, but yeah, it was very dull. Now West Elizabeth, New Austin in the story. We know when the game starts, they're running from the Pinkertons already from the bank robbery job in Blackwater. From there, they just been moving camp to camp across country to get away from the Pinkertons. And as they've been moving from camp to camp, they've been pissing off other people like the Grays, the Braithwaites, Cornwall people. And not only that, you got to worry about the Driscolls, the Lamar Raiders. You know, you got to worry about gangs like that. So this outlaw group pretty much got a ring of fire around them. Now, when we got to find another camp spot, which is Shady Belle, close to St. Denis, you're still wanted in Blackwater. And at this point, it's kind of weird to me because we already robbed the bank in Valentine. And of course, the whole city is going to be red once you rob the bank. But you can go back to the camp and sleep for a few days in game and play a couple of missions. Valentine be open. You can go over there, get your hair cut, go to the saloon, and do anything. And I know Valentine is a smaller town than Blackwater. But you would think Valentine would have most wanted signs of Karen, Lenny, and Bill and Arthur face all over the walls, all over town. I mean, if you really want to put it like that, we shouldn't be allowed to go back to Valentine at all. Now, of course, that'd be messed up because Morgan wouldn't be able to go on this journey like he wanted to. You know, that'd be some real irritating shit if Valentine was all red after you robbed that bank early on through the game. Just saying. But this is really fucking stupid. St. Denis. We moved to Shady Belle. We caused all type of hell in St. Denis. We robbed the biggest bank ever. And not only that, we killed the guy that ran the damn town, Bronte. You're telling me after all that shit, we are allowed to go back to St. Denis like nothing never happened? What? And Blackwater is still red when St. Denis is obviously the bigger city? If we're not allowed to go to Blackwater the whole fucking time playing as Arthur Morgan, we could at least saw or play the bank robbery mission in Blackwater. They always talking about the Blackwater camp. Blackwater this, Blackwater that. All the camp dialogues, all the dialogues to a mission.
Blackwater.
The last part of the game, we could have went back to Blackwater. We can go back to St. Denis. Why the fuck we can't go back to Blackwater? Like, Rockstar really saved that shit only for John Marston to go to. You can't even last 10 seconds over there with Arthur Morgan. And and all of a sudden the law difficulty level is insane. You know how it's easy to kill the police anywhere else? When you step in Blackwater with Arthur Morgan, you can try to fight, and best believe I have fought many times. I am a fighter. But the way the cops be spawning and them bullets be raining down, there's no way in hell you'll be able to get off your horse and start walking for a few seconds. The only way you can have freedom at the Blackwater location is when you do the Sean mission, and they still have patrol over there. I even tried to go around Blackwater and get the New Austin with Arthur Morgan with a boat, and that was a whole fail.
10 minutes wasted.
It's crazy when you're playing with Arthur Morgan, these two states are lost. There's only a couple of main missions that you can really do, really two, because one of them is optional. You can go down there with good old Sadie and kill the rest of the Driscolls. It's pretty much an option. You don't have to go if you don't want to, but I don't see why you wouldn't want to go and kill off the rest of the Driscolls. It's only right they made her a damn widow.
It's only right to get revenge.
Just giddy up with your horse and just ride around New Austin and West Elizabeth. And just imagine doing missions out there and having to camp out there using Arthur Morgan. That would have been some cool shit. I'd rather camp out somewhere in West Elizabeth around Blackwater or in New Austin than the caves. I understood what they was doing with the camp, but it would have been nice to see a camp on the West Coast. And it really has me thinking about GTA 6. Are they gonna have a certain location closed down strictly for GTA Online? That's a real possibility. And as for Red Dead 3, I really think that's gonna be a prequel. I think they're gonna go back in time. They love to talk about the past and people that's no longer here. I really think they're gonna go back 15, 20 years when Arthur Morgan was real young. If they do that, that'd be cool. To have a game where Arthur Morgan don't get sick and die, and you can actually use him after you finish the story, I consider that a good game already.
I ain't make it all the way here for nothing. I'ma be free. I don't care how many I gotta kill. I'm staying in Blackwater. Part of my journey. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're next. You also. I'm not even in the town of Blackwater where we robbed the bank. Let me be free, damn it! Oh, y'all gonna spawn more, huh? Oh.